you after one date or second date, and what can you do? Have you ever had this experience where you had technically a really nice date? Like you had a really good time, but this guy decided to never call you back. And actually, this happens over and over and over and over and over again. And you just ask yourself, like, why in the world are men running away from me? We had such a good date. We had good conversations. He's been talking about his business. I've been talking about my business and my career. And we've been talking about psychology. And we've been talking about whatever you've been talking about. You had a great date, but he never calls you back. And this is actually a repeating pattern. Then listen up. Very, very carefully listen up. How can I say that? A man will ask you out because he thinks you're pretty, because your pictures are nice and you are his type. And again, there is no perfection here. Just take care of yourself regularly. I have clients in the 50s, 60s, 70s getting millions of proposals, being in love. So just have some basic hygiene and take care of yourself, okay? So this is the first foot in the door. But then when you're on a date, you might have the best conversation with a man, but if he doesn't feel anything, he will actually not call you back. Okay, let me explain. So, as I mentioned, you had a really great date and you had deep conversations about all the amazing topics, but then he never called you back. I actually had one client that asked those guys, why are you not calling back? And they always told her, well, I'm not feeling it. So they were kind of honest, right? And then you're like, okay, but like how to make him feel it? Okay, before I tell you the solution, hold tight. Okay, I have a course called Get Ready for a Date with a Millionaire. Okay, which will show you exactly how to show up on a date so that a man feels magnetized to you. Feels like, wow, I'm feeling it. I can stop thinking about her. She's magnetic, she is irresistible, she is irreplaceable. Yeah? First of all, you're gonna feel better yourself and prepared for a date because there are affirmations, practices. And secondly, you're gonna be the woman that always gets a second, third, fourth call. You're gonna have to block those guys because you're gonna be that magnetic. Okay, I'm over exaggerating a little bit, but you get my point that you're gonna be so magnetic that men are going to literally ask you out over and over and over and over again. All right, so this is something that you're going to have after taking my course. So make sure to grab it. It's 25% off because of Valentine's Day with the code Valentine25. Okay, but I'm already gonna give you a few tips here and there. Okay, so as I mentioned, a man needs to feel it. And I'm not talking about like feeling your body. No, he doesn't have to touch you or anything. I'm not talking about like having like some kind of sexual connection or conversations in the first date. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about he needs to see your soul, your emotions, your heart. He needs to feel connected to you because only then he will start thinking about you day and night. Have you ever had a crush where you just like thought about that person, you closed your eyes and you immediately had a good vibe, had like a positive mindset, and you just like thought about the person and just thought like so loving thoughts? Yes, this is what I mean. A man has to feel it. He has to have some kind of emotions towards you, and it's better be the good emotions because if he doesn't like you, he might think about you, but I don't think he's gonna ask you out again. So if you make him angry, which can happen, right? I mean, then make him angry, but if you on purpose make guys angry, then he will also feel it, but he will not call you for another date. So it's gonna be your next enemy. Okay, just kidding. So what I mean by that is a man has to feel it. He has to feel his emotions. He has to feel a gut level attraction. And the way he feels his emotions is not by you discussing with him all the books you've ever read, giving him business tips, telling him how many degrees you have, but by actually sharing with him um, how you are feeling, you know? Like when he asks you, how was your day? Instead of saying, it was good, my colleague was annoying, and then I fix a problem, say, um, my day was a little bit challenging. Um, I felt a little bit disturbed by my colleague, and then I took a deep breath, and then I tried to solve it, and then once I solved this problem, I just felt so proud of myself. When you speak like this, even you who are watching right now are probably gonna feel more, right? Because it's a story, it's full of you, full of your emotions. So you have to show up connected to your heart, connected to your body, connected to your emotions, so that you feel yourself first and foremost, and a man can also see you for who you are. Yeah, this is not a business meeting where you are showing your degrees, your accomplishments, and connecting on the mental level. Because if you do that, a man will either friend zone you, and maybe he will ask you out again, but as friends, or he will just simply not ask you out. Okay? So, if you had the issue that men always just rejected you after a date, do not wait and have this routine so that you know how to step from work mode to date mode. All right? Because as a successful woman, I'm so proud of you doing your work, being, you know, doing whatever you're doing. It's great. You need this for your work. But then when you're gonna date, you need different skills. And these skills plus embodiment exercises are in my course, Get Ready for a Date with a Millionaire Man. And again, it's 25% off with code Valentine25. Super affordable. Get it, you will not regret it. And yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I see you in the next one.